All right, so the Ilhan Omar stuff, this Qatar spy thing. Okay, so I didn't see this earlier, so let me just tell you what the accusation is. The Jerusalem Post, which, by the way, is a reputable paper, okay? So it's a reputable paper. It's not a rag. Ilhan Omar is a Qatari asset. Witness confirms Jerusalem Post report. The Democratic Congresswoman is said to have passed information to Qatar, which was subsequently handed along to Iran. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, Democrat of Minnesota, don't you know, was recruited by a foreign government, receiving funding from a foreign government, and passed sensitive information through intermediaries to Iran, a Florida court has been told. The claims came during testimony by Kuwait-born Canadian businessman Alan Bender, who was giving evidence in the trial of Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Thani. The Qatari emir's brother stands accused of ordering his American bodyguard to murder two people and of holding an American citizen hostage. His deposition, obtained by Al Arabia English, was authenticated by the attorney for the plaintiffs, according to the publication. Okay, so in a Florida district court, some guy testified that Ilhan Omar, Representative Ilhan Omar, who may very well have committed immigration fraud to become a U.S. citizen. And here's the thing. There's a couple of things that we have to kind of get in with this, and we'll do that. But a guy who is giving deposition in that trial says that she's an agent of Qatar, or she's been recruited by Qatar. He offered no evidence that she was. All right? So now, if you are, as Alex on the live stream pointed out, if you are a liberal, this satisfies the burden of proof. The accusation is merely all you need. As we all know, there was no proof that Trump did anything wrong, and yet the accusation was enough to spur all sorts of demands for impeachment and investigation and everything else. So if you're a liberal, the burden of proof has been met that Ilhan Omar is, in fact, an agent for Qatar. If you are a reasonable person, the information has not been provided, and there is no way to verify if she is an agent. Now, I will say, if you have somebody saying this in court, I would hope that the federal government will at least look at it and explore it, since there is somebody in court, under a testimony saying, yeah, she's an agent of Qatar, and they might actually be a person with the possibility to know such things. And then they could look at it and either decide if it's real or not. I would say that I would hope that the government is going to do that. Now, there's a lot of people out there, journalists and the like, saying there's no evidence of this, I don't believe it, that sort of thing. Okay, that's fine. Like I said, the burden of proof is different for Democrats than Republicans. But I will say that a lot of those same people are pretending that none of the other allegations against her have any validity. And that damages their credibility, not anybody attacking Ilhan Omar, because we know that Ilhan Omar is engaged in some things that are less than on the up and up. She's definitely committed campaign fraud. We know that. She's also got this immigration fraud thing. She has a whole weird thing with her marriages, not just with the immigration angle, but the having an affair and denying the affair. It's just very strange, okay? So when I see a reporter or a journalist saying, well, I don't have any information that this is accurate, I can accept that. But when they go on, they go, it's the latest in a long line of conspiracies and allegations against her. Yeah, but if you have the largest newspaper in the state, which has always been pro-Ilhan, all of a sudden saying, yeah, there's smoke here, we probably need to get some answers from her, and she's not answering any questions about that. The documents seem to suggest that she may have committed immigration fraud. So there's a whole host of things that have to be explored there, and the fact that she is not putting any of those rumors to bed doesn't help her case. But I will say she has, in fact, in a district court in Florida, been accused of being a spy for Qatar. However, there's no actual evidence that she is. We have more coming up. News Talk 95.3, Michiana's News Channel.